All right, Matt Div here. This is Finding You. We're talking about workflow. Maybe this might work better because, oh man, I just did like 10, 15 minutes of recording, but it's the life. All right, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my setup, what's going on, and just the state that I'm at right now. It's nice that I did a test run, so I have a good idea what to say now. All right, so my current setup is, let me go into some background. So I've been doing music since 2012, about like over a decade. I've been doing music, and my first setup, the computer crashed. I've did my first projects, metal instrumentals, on my first setup, and my computer crashed right when I started, but I was able to salvage it, not fully, but I saved to the file. So I was working on Reason, and I will save the project as a Reason file, but I needed to work in MP3s and waves so I could just transfer it to different programs, but I wasn't able to. But once I was able to get access to Reason again, I was able to save the projects, edit them, release them, and create what became Lost Tapes. So yeah, this is nothing new to me. I just, you have a minor setback and you just bounce back, come back stronger. Just like the recording. And I end up with a better recording, so it's just meant to be, good practice. But anyways, my current setup, it's a MacBook Pro, and it's 2015 model, so I was in school working really hard, and it just paid off. I ended up getting a scholarship and got my full tuition, and I was just like, let me just get a MacBook so I can, keep up. At the time it was modern, first SSD and all that, and HDMI, so it dubbed me so well through the years. But I did hear at the time Mac has a 10-year lifespan, just about. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just take care of it and try not to do anything weird, not anything stupid with it. So I'll work on music, and my current setup, like my typical setup will be Logic, doing audio interface, running through Logic and recording my mic. Right now I'm working with an AT25 through Chaotica Eyeball, so it sounds really crystal clear. Like by the time you hear this, it's gonna sound like a conversation in the room, and I like that part. And it's less distractions, which is nice, and less noise. So I got that running through a Focusrite iTrack Solo, and it works basically with iPads and MacBooks and all computers, so it's really nice. So we have a Lightning adapter and a USB-C. Not a C, just a regular USB. So it works with about 90% of the computers. So speaking of USB-C, I was like, I don't want to upgrade it because, I don't know, I held off on it, especially around the 2018 model, so it's just like, I don't see the big idea. But recently my MacBook just conked out, and like I said, 10-year lifespan. It's been about 10 years since I got it, and it's unfortunate because I have some recordings on there that I need to get access to so I can save and release. But most of my music is backed up. I learned from the first time to make sure everything is taken care of. So, especially working with artists, I have to make sure that their music is taken care of as well. Take it serious, Alright, so now I'll talk about my current setup and the reason I'm doing this and topic at hand. So I am actually recording currently through my iPad. I'm on GarageBand, and I have it running through the iTrack Solo. And this is my first time doing this because I usually just do beats on it. And I'm seeing how it goes. So I learned now I have to make a huge track, like extension, because if I hit record, it's gonna just record the section. So if I record 8 bars and I have about like 200 bars to talk, it's gonna record 8 bars. So I learned the hard way. So I just created maybe 500 bars so I could just talk for however long I need to without it being cut off. Let's get into this topic. It's called workflow. I ended up having to make more tracks because as soon as I told it, it got cut off. So good thing I was looking at it. Ended up making 800 bars. So I should be good for about, I expect about 10 minutes. All right. So like I said, this is a new setup for me. And I was just like bummed out about my computer. I'm like, oh, I can't work on my podcast and stuff. And I just got this idea. I was like, I'll just record on the iPad. And here I am. And it's coming out nice. Hearing the playback, it sounds crystal. And I think this might be a move going forward. Even with an upgrade, I'll just run it with this setup or something similar. But yeah, stay tuned for that. But for now, I'll just work on this iPad, and again, ideas. The thing about ideas, which is I want to touch on for the new year, it's like I have ideas and I'm releasing, and it's all about executing, and just great things happen from there. And I started this year as we reflect, end of 2024, beginning of 2025. I started, actually, 2023 I ended up with in a new country. So my first time out the country, it was so awesome. Went to DR, and I just ended the year of like, okay, 2024 I'm gonna start doing more and living life. And as 24 ends, I see that in 12-month reflection, 6-month reflection, even 1-month reflection, so many things have been changing for the positive, and I've been doing, and my mindset has been changing into doing. And now as I go into 2025 for the start, I'm thinking more of executing and just, okay, I have great ideas and I've been documenting, let me just put it out and release and execute and just live the life that I dreamed of instead of talking about it. Ironically, because I am talking about it, but this is more me doing it and releasing. Because what good is an idea if you don't release it? It's just something you're stuck with. So the idea is to be comfortable in any space. And this takes me back to my studio vibes, and actually when I started working on music, I wasn't as open as I am now. Just experiences and working with artists just helped me with that. But before I started, I just wanted to do music for me, and I just thought it was something fun. But once I started to share more, which didn't feel natural to me, I shared with others, they gravitated towards it, they liked it, and they critiqued it too. So from there, I didn't take things personal. I just went with it and adjusted. And I learned to work in different flows. Being in the studio helped because I was around artists. I was uncomfortable. I was not in my home. I felt like whenever I wanted to make a beat, I wanted to be alone and just, I had to be inspired. So I'll probably watch some videos to get inspired. Unfortunately, life doesn't work like that. You have to create, you have to have pressure, and you have to work in spaces that you're not familiar with. And you have to do a damn good job about it. So that's what I learned, and just having that pressure helped me. And that's why I'm here recording. I'm in a spot that kind of is uncomfortable because I don't have my typical setup, and now I'm learning to make this work out for me. And that's what life is about, just going with the punches. And you have choices to say, oh, the odds are stacked against me, and maybe it's a sign that I should not be working on this, or the odds are stacked against me, or let me see how I can make this happen. That, what tools do I have? And that is what I'm trying to get to. I talk to others, and I talk about downgrading my studio and just using the essentials, because that's what I started with when I created. My setup was not the best. I had computer speakers and I had this laptop that was not made for beat making, but still I worked on it and I created some really nice stuff that I still listen to and say this is some of my best work. So after a conversation with somebody I know, we talked about setups and workflows and just mentality. It's like you can have the most of the top of the line equipment, but doesn't mean you're gonna make top of the line content. But if you have less stuff, this is all relative, it depends on the person, but majority, sometimes you just have less stuff, you're able to create more. And granted, you do need essentials. Like, I won't be able to do this without a mic and the recording device, but don't let that get you bogged down. Record on your phone and whatever you're able to get the idea out, capture it. I'm big on capturing moments, typing notes and writing notes and voice memos and all that. I think lately I've been doing better with that. Just, not letting the idea fleet, because ideas come and go, and the difference between those that make it and those that are stagnant are the ones that they just sit on ideas. So you have the ideas, and then from there you can reflect and push the envelope on it. So that's that one. It's being comfortable in any space and just working in a space that works for you. So this means mentally getting right and just being able to work anywhere without distractions. You want to limit your distractions, and whatever helps you get your ideas out, keep doing that. And try different styles. What style works for you? Are you an early bird? Do you work well in the afternoons, midday, or do you night owl that your ideas come out in the night? I wouldn't say I'm an early bird, but I'd say more in the afternoon. Those are my best times, and I have the most energy, so that's why I do most work. And I just find something that works for me. And my ideas come out in the night, so I'm a bit of a night owl. So I just document ideas, and occasionally I record, but I try to strive for the afternoon stuff. So you got to find out what works for you. And another key is you want to set yourself up for success. Work with yourself, don't work against yourself. So if you work well in the night, don't get up early. Like, don't set your important meetings that you're missing and sleeping in for. Basically, you want to work to your style, and maybe you might have to adjust some things because of scheduling and everything, but for the most part you want to just try to adjust and find out what works for you. So some stuff I want to touch on in 2025 as we talk about reflection. This is a good time and very fitting. Everyone is looking to improve and try to get better and reflect. I know for me, I reflect on what works, what I can improve on, and just some other goals that I have. So from this, you can create manageable projects which I want to touch on 2025, especially creative projects, music, production. I think it's taking a step back with life and everything. I really do not have a desire to get back on social media. I've done 12 months off of it and I never really felt like I missed anything. Maybe the trends, but yeah. But talking about projects and music, I do want to push some stuff out. Some stuff I'm working on. I feel like that has taken a back burner. And I just want to get into the state. So, like I said, this 2024 has been the year of do, and 2025 will be the year of execute. And I'm just going to take the momentum I have just doing, which great things happen from there. And just keep it going, because that's what it's about. You got to keep it going. You can't stay stagnant in one place. And the ways to do this is deadlines and to-do lists and focus lists. And this will tell you like where you're going, what you're doing, and when do you want to get it done. And this helps with the execution. It keeps you accountable. And yeah, the accountability is really big, especially if you're working on yourself. Because you're the only one that can determine if you're hitting your goals or not. No one else from the outside looking in, people see yourself differently. But are you happy with yourself? And can you be happier? Or are you disappointed that you're not where you're at? There's so many things to look at. Like, what are you doing? What can you improve on? And yeah, this is life. So it helps to have clear goals, and basically you just want to define the life you want and live it. And that's where I'm at with it. I want to be the one that says I've done this and that, not, oh, I want to do this, that. I feel like I hear myself talk about that, and I talk about this in one of my notes about the language. It's very important, your thoughts and language, how you speak, it definitely determines your journey and path. So yes, double down on that. Define the life you want and live it. There's only one person stopping you from that. And I'm gonna end it on this. You gotta recap, improve, and see progress. This is where I was talking about just reflecting, and are you on the right track? Are you improving? How can you improve, and how can you get better? I think this is where I'll wrap up. This has been Workflow, and I'm excited to keep building and improving. And I hope this helps you out. Alright, Matt Div here, signing off. Peace.